Don't worry, guys. If you make it out of here alive, I'm sending you to a much nicer place.
Oh, wonderful.
That's nice.
That's
nice.
That's
Yeah.
nice. It's from getting here to there. That's the trick.
That's the trick, yeah.
You'll be able to buy pants.
Wearing
I can
pants.
buy pants now.
Who needs pants?
You're going to be made fun of for your lack of pants. Anyway,
We have pants, don't we?
you have thongs.
We are a desert people. We have pants.
Basically, what he's trying to imply is that if he does not get this mask back to this gentleman, then Odin's word is not worth really a lot.
that is fair.
Yeah.
Which is really bad.
Yeah,
That's
it's
very
not
bad.
She's gonna get some bad Yelp reviews.
So it's like the word of Odin on Fate, Yelp reviews.
It's like
1 out of 5 stars.
great food. Stuff gets stolen though.
Well,
Service is okay. I want to imagine that just like somebody, just like there's a Yelp page about Odin, and there's just like internet trolls just writing a really bad review. Odin can't keep an eye on one mask.
Oh.
He's only got one.
But by internet trolls, you totally mean frost giants, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
100%. But I'm just now
Like,
just
this guy's
imagining
a total
frost
frost giant.
on the internet.
Okay. What was that, Sam?
The audience is cheering a lot for Howie. There's a lot of like really good ones. It's Howie, Wowie, Howie, Howie, Zowie, Break the Douchador.
Door! Oh my god! Yes! I love it.
Yes!
Oh, I want that on a
How many
shirt
people-
now.
Happy Chinese New Year, everybody. I think this is a rare first for D20 Live to fall on this lovely date. We are, of course, the D20 Live team. Well, I am. I have 4 lovely guests today for Star Wars Let's Kill Vader. And apparently we've gone far enough now in these shenanigans that we actually have to put up or shut up. I am wearing red, not only to celebrate Chinese New Year, because my wife happens to be Chinese, but also because of the fact that I am representing Sith culture and Vader's lightsaber. But it's not about me. It's about my players, and I will start at the bottom of my Discord list through spelling with Vangelis, if he doesn't mind.
Hi, it's me. I don't mind. I'm happy to be here. Happy to start thrashing on little Vader guy. We're gonna turn his helmet backwards. We're gonna give him a wedgie. We're gonna yell "Maidenless" in his ear. We're gonna take his shoes. It's gonna be a good time.
And after that is, of course, Tom. He's an evil genius white.
Hi there. I'm playing Scab. He's an evil genius from Weird Video Games on YouTube.
And next up, Dom.
What's up? It's your boy Dom, the adaptation YouTuber guy. I'm also here.
And last but of course, certainly not least, Kaluna.
Hello, I'll be playing Shiri, and I guess the rest of us are, we didn't get the memo. We're all wearing black. Sorry, Mike.
Oh, yeah.
That's all right.
We're
technically red.
It's perfectly
Sure,
all
it is.
right.
Technically red.
You're all going
Is
to
it?
die.
But so
It's
is
your
Vader,
funeral
so-
gear.
I mean, I have red in mine because I'm wearing a Persona shirt, but...
It's okay. I'm considering it your funeral arrangements because Vader's
Oh,
coming to kill
yay.
you. Yeah.
We dressed for the occasion.
I'm wearing gray.
We're doing a
so-
special ops mission. We can't be in red.
Yes, we are so subtle.
All right.
Subtlety is our middle name.
So a large donation was made last time
Yeah.
of $50 to give dice to Darth Vader. We have slightly modified the dice donation today if you want to help these players, because I don't need it. In this situation, as Darth Vader actively will probably be hunting them, it is $1 for each dice for them to do a task or to get an item that will effectively give them those results. So if it's like a 2-dice lockpick or something like that. As always, all WEG games roll a dice pool of D6s. It's not about that. Let's do this. We go where we left off. You each sigh in relief as the door shut to Darth Vader's private meditation chamber. After sneaking on board Vader's battleship, the Super Star Destroyer, the Executor, the 4 of you...
Stupid Star Destroyer.
We spray painted on the side.
It looks like pizza. The 4 of you managed, against all sanity, to sneak into Vader's private quarters and place many explosive devices there, and tampering with his meditation chamber, while stealing several personal effects of the Dark Lord of the Sith. You have just narrowly escaped his attention.
I need to go back. Okay, no, we put explosives.
You do this every time. You say you're ready, and then you forget something, and then we have to double back, and then we're always late.
I, for one, fully endorse his plan to go back. I will not be joining him.
No, look, we put explosives in 2 of the 3 rooms that he could be in, and we left the 3rd one, and I'm uncomfortable about that. I have to rig the 3rd room.
Actually, you only put explosives in one of the rooms. You put Vangelis's knockout interrogation kit fluid in his Bacta tank.
I thought I put an explosive under it too.
I just watched the episode, and it was weird how that went down in the stack. Well, let's say you did.
Sure.
However, I'm not done my description.
Okay.
Oh boy.
However, as you all relax, I need you all to make perception rolls on Darth Vader's door. Please and thank you.
Darth Vader's door.
So, for those of you who need to remember, you click on the sheet, click on your character sheet.
Perception.
Is this just a general perception or a search?
This is a general perception. Don't worry, the DC is not high to notice this. It is clearly and cleanly on the door surface.
Evangel's got 19.
Yep. All right. That was a donation. I heard it.
There was a donation, yes. It's Rob Hagen has donated $4. 1 die for each Mando. Death to Vader!
Yay,
Okay, you
thank
all
you.
have 1 dice. Please
Good
log
job.
that you have it. All right, you all made the check because the DC for this was 5, and I'll explain why.
Uh-oh.
As you look at the door, you realize that the door has two features, which has impeded your escape. One, there is an intercom to the right side of the door that can easily be pushed to communicate with anyone on the other side. Two, there is a security camera above the door. None of you have hidden the items that you have stolen from Vader on your person, and as you look up at the camera, you hear a gentle whirring sound as it pivots down at all of you. And at that moment, the intercom chirps to life next to the door. And you hear very deep breathing.
It's one of those sorts of calls. Yes, we hear you, pervert.
And the deep and resonant voice of Darth Vader comes through. You have taken things that do not belong to you. Objects that carry with them the weight and presence of the Force. And I can sense their displacement.
You know that door wasn't locked or anything? We just walked in and took them.
I'm just gonna grab the back of Tom.
This falls under the rights of finding objects in public spaces. This is a government facility.
I'm going to grab both of them and say, Lord Vader, I've caught them for you. I've got them. Don't worry.
Oh, nice ploy.
I should destroy you, but that you have stolen that which you have stolen is of value to me, and I do not wish to see those items come to harm. In that sense, they are your protection. Place them upon the ground, and I will allow you to leave. If you do not, I will introduce you to the dark side of the Force.
Or we can rig them to explode and slowly,
Are you saying this while the intercom
is he going to teach us how to...
I think he wants to train us. That's an interesting offer.
He's not gonna just let us go if we give him back. We need to hold this stuff hostage.
I've already started running, by the way. I am 2 corridors now.
No, I left. I was not present for this conversation.
Is everyone
at all.
running?
You turned to run, Dom, and you don't. See, I'm gone. I left.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys.
It's like a Parks and Recreation style cutaway. Where's Tom? And he's 5 miles down.
Okay, so
y'all need me to pilot the ship to get out of here. I need to live.
So it's just Bofa and me right now?
Yes, but the GM strongly recommends running. I actually had an additional description for John.
Where'd they go?
He wants to use the Force to sense Vader's presence and the impact of rage that is coming from the other side of the door. That only gets worse the more you talk.
Okay, Bofa, I need you to take this. This is the remote detonator.
If I'm still on.
Okay. if I don't make it back, you need to be able to blow these things up. I'll be right back.
Are you gonna go fight Vader?
I will use this to blow up the things that we have set to explode.
Anyway,
let's run.
I appreciate that this is the reverse of a Zoom call where you're on mute. So it's like, oh fuck, there, shit.
Dom, are you actually going to confront... Sorry, Tom, are you actually going to confront Vader?
I'm not going to confront him. I'm going to try to sneak past him and put the explosives in the...
He's on the other side of the door!
No, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens.
Wait, so he's on the other side of this door that we're standing right in front of?
The intercom.
Then I'm gonna shoot.
You're literally gonna be walking down the wall as he's standing there, like just watching you awkwardly scuffle past him.
Okay, so I'm gonna shoot the camera and the intercom.
Okay.
And when I know that he can't see me, I'm gonna place an explosive on the door so that when he walks out, we just blow it.
All right, because that is a couple of actions, which would allow Vader to act. I think that's fair.
Okay.
So as you shoot the intercom, the door opens. You shoot the camera. As you shoot the camera, Vader looks up slowly and then looks back down at you. You
I'm
still
gonna keep putting the explosive on the door even with him looking.
As you go to put the explosive on the door, Vader with one finger points at your hand and starts to do this. I'm going to make a slight quick.
He does seem to have a hand.
As the
That's a lot of dice.
Kaluna, as the surviving members of the party, we should probably come up with a plan.
I will. By the way, I will remind you that Steve
I'm
the
long
Boffin
gone,
is
by the
still
way.
in the hangar bay and is away off of this boat.
Of course he is.
So as you try to put the detonite onto the door in front of Vader, he points at your
It's
hand.
already open.
Which is open. He points at your hand, and you feel the muscles in your hand spasm and contract as your hand with the explosives is brought up to your own face. And he looks over at Bofa and says, "Do it. Detonate it." Now, he's not using a force ability to do so. Tom, and as you're feeling this sensation on your hand, you realize he's controlling more the explosives than your hand. Would you like to let go of the explosives and run?
How big is this thing of? It's like 1 pound.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can't just eat it.
How would that solve
Bofa
the
is rapidly
problem?
backing up.
Because then I'm a walking time bomb, and everyone's gonna want to get away from me.
Can you set off an explosive if it's damp?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's very
not,
stable.
It's not dynamite. It's
Well,
like
that's what I was kind of picturing with space dynamite, honestly.
it's like well, you may not. I guess we can't definitively say it's not space dynamite. You win this round.
I mean, I could. I just don't want to go look up the book for that specific information on detonate.
What if I drop it down my
maybe,
pants?
like, depending on how it is.
Tom,
like,
just let
eating
go
it
of
is
the
honestly-
explosives and run, you mook! It's Vader!
How am I
Giving
gonna
you a
run? He has control of my hand.
I told you.
No, he just said that he's not controlling your hand; he's controlling the explosive.
alright.
So if you let go, you can run.
Okay.
All right. Do you let go to
Okay.
run?
All right. I'm gonna drop it. You'll cheese it.
All right. Bofa, are you running as well?
I've been backing up rapidly this entire time.
Well, thank God. It's not just us with the brain cells. Hooray!
So you two start to run, and Vader slowly, his head pivots to look at you, and were you to look back and actually be able to see under the helmet of Darth Vader, it would be a look of befuddled confusion at this attempt on his life. Enough so that whomever is holding the detonator, in theory, if they wanted to somehow make him more angry, could use it.
So I have it, right?
I don't think
He gave
I've
it to
armed
me?
mine yet because I haven't even placed it yet.
Mhm.
So it would blow up all of his stuff.
Yes.
I will say, if you look forward, you'll see all the blast doors that me and Kaluna sealed behind us.
You haven't declared that as an action. So
I
I'm not-
know, we're not that terrible.
Yeah.
We are waiting to see who comes first, our two companions or Vader, and then we'll shut the door if that's the case.
I definitely started making a run for it, mostly backwards, so I could see what happens to my good brave comrade.
Brave.
So I feel like I'm not gonna hit the detonator while you're standing in proximity of Vader, because that seems like I don't know how detonite works. I'm just gonna assume it would blow up right next to you. That's not gonna work, unless you were to yell something at me.
Look, I need to see how this plays out for a second.
Is that you saying that?
Because, okay, so if I've dropped it on the floor and he's not holding me, then I'm probably gonna turn and run as well.
Okay. All right. So, you all run. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Okay.
Because you are in deadly
Doable.
peril.
We are.
Oh, here we go.
It's a little button.
5. Wait,
Huh?
did it not show up in the thing?
It did.
I see your 5.
Okay. I got a warning saying you wanted to send the result of this to the turn tracker,
And
but
me
no
too.
valid token was selected.
Damn.
Oh, okay, so maybe it's just a weird glitch.
All right, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
let me write down everyone's initiative. Tom with a lovely 5. Evangelist with a 22, which is far better. And Kaluna with a 19.
Initiative's like right at the top right.
Oh, yes.
It's a wee button.
Let's get
Oh, there it is.
Vader's
I'm
initiative.
slow.
Not as slow as some of us.
Doop. I have to find it because the text for the PDF I have of Vader's stats does not... Oh, there it is. Hang on. Yes. Where is your initiative, you giant asthmatic bastard? Okay.
I assume it's pretty decent.
It-
He's actually not that fast though, right?
Yeah,
Like,
that's the
he's
thing.
Gonna
He's
say.
he's
He,
he's
he-
skilled.
he's like a tank. Like he walks very like.
That's the thing about Vader. He's very skilled. Like he won't go on a marathon or win the 100-meter dash anytime soon. But don't get into a lightsaber fight with him.
He's the It Follows monster. Like
Yeah.
from a distance you're okay, but the minute he's there, ugh.
So I'm going to do this. I have a couple of his dice that I'm going to use. Cool. Kaluna, he tied you. But you have...
Okay.
What? I'm going to say you went first. So you have the first action.
It's Vangelis who had a 22, not me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Vangelis, you go first. I misread that entirely.
Okay. So we're in flight. I think that what I will do is, as I catch up to Shiri and Dua, I'm assuming Scab is behind me.
Yeah.
Bofa throws Scab's detonator to Shiri, very quickly saying, "Hey, this is detonator for a detonator we planted back there. If anything happens to the Scab, then you're supposed to use this to blow up all the explosives. Goodbye!" Just continues running.
Oh my god, I completely got initiative wrong. Because it's you guys roll off, and one side goes first, then the other. So Vangelis, technically all of you are going to do stuff before Vader does.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
That probably changes.
Anyway,
what
yeah,
you're gonna do, though.
Yeah, Bofa is he's tossing the responsibility of the detonator to Shiri because in a moment of epiphany he realizes perhaps this should go to the most responsible person on the team.
And Sherry feels a moment of dread. It's like, no, it's me.
I'm the problem.
The problem is me.
All right, so that's your action. You're running to join Shiri and Dua. Sorry,
Cool.
you're
and passing the detonator.
and passing the detonator.
Oh, yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Next in the initiative order, now that I have it correctly, is Kaluna.
Okay. To clarify,
What?
this is
It might be.
the detonator for the explosives that are in his room, and not the
Yes.
one that was floating like however many feet behind us.
Yes.
I'm assuming I've been traveling with Scab long enough. What is the range of the detonator? Like, if we get too far?
I think those rooms are toast. We should be fine.
No, she's asking how far it'll go before it stops working to press
Yeah,
the
like
button.
how?
Oh.
Like, won't it have a radio range?
It has.
That's why I'm like, well, I mean, it'll be use. I'm just wondering, like, at what
I'm-
point does it become a useless piece of shit?
I think it has a pretty long range.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume I'm gonna assume with the way Star Wars has usually framed its explosive devices, you could go a couple of floors and it would still work.
Yeah, and it's basically just down the hall.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Cool. I don't know if I should set it off or not. I don't.
It's your call. Will it help you? Will it hinder you? Will it just make Vader
don't
more
know.
angry?
I mean, it could do all three, honestly. Like, it's at least two. Alright, I'm gonna run.
Alright.
I'm gonna keep running.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to have the detonator at the ready.
Mm-hmm.
In case Vader shows up, I'm gonna try to fucking bluff. Basically, just be like, you want your shit to not blow up? Let's fucking go, and then we're good. That's my plan.
Alright.
It is run and hope we don't encounter him, but plan in case we do.
Alrighty. That is your plan. I accept it.
Like, I don't really know much more I can do. I'm the driver. This is not my area of expertise.
I wasn't even supposed to be here today.
I'm just feeling it for Jeff.
Dom, what are you feeling? And more accurately,
Well,
what would you like to do?
I don't know, because like our whole point of being here is to kill Vader, and we've just kind of annoyed Vader so far. I'm just not entirely sure what exactly we can do in the cause of Vader killership. How many blast doors have we walked through at this point?
You've walked through 2. If you need an additional reminder of things that you have set up, in the hangar bay, where Steve is, with the Lambda-class shuttle, is a lot of explosive barrels that Scab put explosives with.
Shocking.
So, if you need a reason to run that might also lead to killing Vader, there's that. Or you could just start randomly trying to hide in rooms in the Executor and sneak attack him.
Sneak attack a Jedi.
You not feeling it?
The problem
Alright,
is,
well,
that, like, our setup is that we have to have enough confidence that we'd be able to do this. But the way I'm framing it is that none of us know much about the guy, so now that we've seen him, that's why I was running. I was like, no.
Thought he was gonna be shorter.
I'm justifying it in my head as a tactical retreat, so we're leading him into a trap, so I will slow him down slightly by blasting the nearest control panel to close the blast doors in the typical Star Wars fashion.
Alright, can you roll your shooty gun blaster skill to try and hit the... is it a near blast door or a far away blast door?
It's the heavy blaster rifle? Is that...
No, which door are you trying to hit? Because you've gone through 2. Are you going to the one closer to Vader or the one closer to you? Because the DC will be
closer
higher.
to us, so I don't...
Right.
Any blast door is as good as any other, I think.
Alright.
Well, it depends on how many of us are through.
Okay.
I'm giving you just enough time to hop through that little hole in the middle, little triangle hole that's left behind as it's closing.
Okay. So, okay, Scab, as you've been running forward to try and catch up with your allies, you just leap through the blast door as it goes shut, as Dwa shoots the control panel right next to it. Oh, thank you, Sam. You can't hear it, but there was a blaster shot from Star Wars. The players can't. And the door goes shut behind you. What do you all want to do?
So, like,
well, actually, technically, it's
if we
Tom's
head
turn.
to the...
It is Tom's turn. Tom, what do you want to do?
Okay. Assuming Vader's coming up behind us and is probably going to figure out how to get this door open soon.
Mm-hmm.
He has a master key. It's a lightsaber.
I'm going to I'm going to activate every grenade that I have and drop them at the door.
Okay, so that they go off on his turn?
So, well, I'm going to include the duds as well. So they don't know which ones are real, which ones aren't. And that should buy us a second or two.
Okay. All right. Does that include the EMP grenade as well?
Well, no, not the EMP, because that doesn't really help us. But the stun grenades, the frag grenades, the duds. Oh, and I'm gonna get the thermal detonator ready.
Okay.
Just in case the others don't do it.
All right. So you specifically don't want to use the EMP grenade, but you want to use all the other ones.
Yeah.
I forget. Are we still in our outfits?
I'm going to. Yeah, I think so.
Oh, we're dressed as Imperial Guards.
Stupid red outfits.
So we've been running down the
Thornberry
corridors in
has
these
an
big flowing red
interesting
outfits,
point.
like weird, terrified nuns.
Fantastic.
Anyway, Tom, you were saying you've thrown your grenades. Was there another thing in there for that?
Am I able to do that as one action or not?
You're activating.
If I'm activating like all the grenades, like can I do it at once, or do I have to go like click, click, click?
Okay. So normally you would have to go click, 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 click to do that. However, I'm gonna say you can spend that extra dice that you have to do that.
Okay.
And it also means you aren't going to throw them and precisely aim them.
I'm
You're
just dropping
activating
them
and dropping them
at the door.
So I'm going to allow that largely for comedic effect of what is about to happen next as Vader comes through the door in anger, because he's always angry.
And we can always shoot the grenades from a distance if we have to, if they don't go off when we want them to.
So
that's my plan.
As you drop the grenades and activate them, the stun and frag grenades, how many are there?
4 stun grenades, 2 frag grenades, and I have 4 that are just duds.
Okay. So, and you move to join your compatriots. I'm going to assume you're all kind of together in a huddle now. And on Vader's turn, there is a slam against the doors and another slam. And the not effects possible in the 70s when this movie was this franchise was made, effect of the doors being telekinetically ripped open by Darth Vader. And you start to see...
Close enough.
Thank you. Sam just keeps doing all these badass sound effects and you can't hear them. But they start peeling and pulling and ripping apart in front of you, and the horrific sound of screeching metal accompanies your ears because of the fact, and as I get Vader's stats here, I'm going to let you know what his freaking force control is. Yeah, that's
we are still running, right?
You stop for a second to see the explosions. Do you all want to keep running, or do you want to be...
I think that would be prudent.
Yeah, at a 39, he is ripping the doors open to follow behind you.
Like, I assume I was still running, heard the noise, turn around, see that, and go, nope, 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 nope. Just gonna keep going.
And as he steps through the door, his foot steps on a grenade, and he looks down, going, "What?" As the grenades go off under his
Doesn't
feet.
have any legs.
And there's this explosive plume from down the hallway as you all round a corner to get away from Vader.
Hooray, we killed Darth Vader.
There we got him!
Yep. Contractually?
Well,
Sure.
Sit off the other ones too. Wait, maybe not the ones in the cargo bay though.
Do you want me to set off the ones in his room?
No, I really think we should save those just in case he happens to go back
okay,
in
let's
there
save them.
Yeah, that's my please let me live.
Yeah.
I'd like to live.
I'm going to roll Vader's strength to see how he resists what has happened to him.
I mean, thankfully for him, his legs are robot legs, so he won't feel anything.
Actually, no, I'm going to use one of his abilities that he has called Absorb/Dissipate Energy and use his Force Alter ability to do that. So let's see how many dice Vader has for that.
He's got an anti-grenade force power. I should have seen that coming.
Why didn't that roll? Work for me, you monkey. And let's see here. Tom, what's the damage on your grenades?
I need to look that up.
Yeah, can you roll for one grenade? Because I need to know if you actually did hurt him.
Where's my... Okay.
You are rolling against 37.
Well, actually, he's rolling 15.
For one grenade?
Well, because I don't want you to roll for all 4. I'm just going to take the 1 and say that's the number for all of them.
Okay.
And we're going to add 15 to that.
I rolled 18.
18 plus 15. No, that's 33.
18 plus 15 is
33. Good. Good. Because if you hurt Vader with Wait, hold on. That's 18. But that's all the grenade.
Mathematical.
How many? There were how many frag grenades?
Let me see here. There were 2 frag grenades, 4 stun grenades.
Okay, 2 times 18 is 36, plus 15 is 51.
No. But that's more than my number to resist the damage. No. No, this can't happen to me. It's Vader. I can't be this unlucky in dice rolls that Darth Vader gets hurt. That's not possible. It's
18
Vader.
and 15 is 33. We could have, if you want, Tom could roll for the other frag grenade.
I mean, it could just be damage
It's
to his
Vader.
legs.
How are they hurting Vader? How am I this bad at this?
Oh, we're very skilled actually.
Most-
We're Mandalorian assassins. We're very
Most
well
people-
trained.
Most people try to shoot at Vader, and he can deflect those all day. It's
The
kind of
chat
hard
is
to deflect
reminding
an
you.
explosion.
The chat is reminding you that you have $50 to spend for Vader.
Yeah, screw it. I'm using some of those dice. Not like this.
Fair enough. I was gonna say, I feel like Vader is used to competent people trying to fight him.
Okay.
It's very hard to account for incompetent people.
Better. I feel cleansed. Okay, so I've spent now. I have spent of the 50. I have spent 12. I have 38 left.
Oh Lord.
I am going to spend them all keeping my little death god alive, because I am not losing Darth Vader the way everything else dies around me.
I rolled command against him. I'm joking.
Don't bully my Vader.
Let me have this one Darth Lord of the Sith.
I only have one. All right, here we go. All right,
I mean,
top of the
his
round.
helmet has gotten destroyed, like.
Vangelis, what are you doing?
All right, so we're running. We rounded a corner, heard an explosion. Let's see. So my assumption, Bofa's assumption, is that we probably just won, but also I'm remembering that we are running down a hall. Is there? Oh, I know. I'm gonna say is just take a quick look around, a quick scan. Is there anyone actually in the hall with us that we're running down?
You are passing some stormtrooper guards. Does any, if you want, you can try and roll command to tell them to. Well, it's up to you. I don't want to tell you what to do. But there are stormtrooper guards curious about what just happened.
I'm gonna do a command roll on them. Do you want me to? Do I say what the command would be now, or do I do the roll first?
You can choose to do either way. Doesn't really affect the. Well, I'll say tell me what the command is first, so I can set the DC. If that's
okay.
fair.
So as we're running past, I see some stormtroopers. I know we're in fancy outfits, and I remember this worked in the elevator.
Mm-hmm.
So,
have we?
Hey, you there! There are terrorists! There's terrorists back there with that big explosion! You should go back there, shoot at the explosion! Not at us! We're royal guards! Don't tell anyone we talk to you, or we're gonna kill you! But you go back there, and you go shoot at that explosion where all the rebel terrorists are!
Question.
Yeah.
Are we still carrying all of this stuff, or did we drop it on the way?
No, we have it. I assumed we put it into our billowy robes.
I have not heard an action of where they are, so I have
Yeah.
assumed this entire time you're holding them like a librarian holding a bunch of books. So
That's why I'm figuring, shock and awe, bewildering shock and awe. I'll roll command.
I'm gonna assume I put one in like a pocket if I'm also holding the stupid explosive thingy, just because based on hands.
cool. The stormtroopers look at you astonished with the comms voice saying, "Oh no, that's Lord Vader's room. Let's go, boys!" Whoop, 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 whoop. And they round the corner.
Oh no, that's Lord Vader's room. Great.
That's your action. This is madness. Kaluna, what are you doing?
I don't know what I can do. Like, there's not much I can do.
Yeah, she's the pilot.
Okay.
Like, there's not a, and like, I've got stuff for like other things. This is just not a situation in which I'm very useful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're in a hallway, a couple blast doors down now, I assume.
I will say that I did increase your stats so that you would be more useful in this situation.
Cool. All right. Well, so those we sent those stormtroopers on our way.
Mm-hmm.
Have we gone through a couple more blast doors?
I'll say you've gone through another blast door, and you can make a surge for a lift so you can get out of this area.
That's what I want to do. Yeah, I want to like use my map skills. That's what I'm good at.
You do have the map.
Looking for stuff. Can I also just freehand like put the other stuff in my pocket so I'm not like openly carrying crap?
That's not a big thing. 23. So I'm
real good at looking for stuff, you guys.
So there is an lift very close nearby because it's next to the bridge of the Executor.
Okay.
So you're just gonna, if you want, you can run for the bridge of the Executor, run into that lift and hope no one notices you. So if you want, you can tell the group that's where the nearest elevator is.
I will relay that to the group, just very quickly. Like, what are we doing? The plan has changed like 6 times in the last 5 minutes. So, what are we doing? Don't they'll hear you.
We're making a getaway.
Well, if we head down to the shuttle bay and leave with our new friend, we can hope with Darth Vader hot on our heels, we could possibly blow up that entire section of the ship with him in it while we sail off into the sunset.
All right.
Good. Cool. Should we ditch the robes? Or is it better to not have... Or, well, no, because only Vader knows that we're not.
Is robes code for our useless companions? Because if so, I am down for it.
Dom, it's your action, by the way.
I am actually gonna take inspiration from our good droid friend, and I'm gonna whip out my hacking terminal and try and hack into the ship-wide announcements enough to be able to say something to the entire stormtrooper complement.
Oh no! What are you gonna say?
In the cantina today, we're serving.
Go right ahead.
The person who looks like Darth Vader is a phony. Shoot!
It's a rebel in a costume.
You gonna say that? You've done it.
Yes, I make.
You rush over to a wall, pull a panel off, jam your thing in there, upload a bunch of shit tier code, get in. What do you say?
I say, all hands, we have an intruder alert. The man pretending to be Darth Vader is a Jedi spy. All stormtroopers report to deck, whatever the fuck we're on, to repel the invader.
Moment of brilliance.
You realize that you're telling all the stormtroopers to come to where we are.
That's over my shoulder. That's real clever.
But we're not dressed up like Darth Vader. Although we should have considered that. That would have been funny if we'd had Vader's extra suit or some shit.
All right. Okay, as you do that, you do that. You pull it out. A bunch of Tom, what are you doing? You guys are very close to the elevator.
I don't know.
Are stormtroopers pouring into the hallway already?
Not. Some of them are moving. There were stormtroopers that were moving past you and ignoring you, or they would see you and go, "Oh shit, no, I can't look at that guy." Now they're looking befuddled in the direction of Vader's chambers and going over to investigate.
Okay, so they're not
hoping
full on hup rushing yet.
I'm hoping they see him killing the stormtroopers who are shooting blindly at an explosion he was in, because that would seal the deal.
I'll narrate that on Vader's turn.
Boys.
Thank you very much. Tom, what would you like to do? Do you want to just run for the elevator and hit the button real hard and hope Vader doesn't come around the corner? So angry.
The stormtroopers are enough fodder.
And I'm maintaining a tight grip on my thermal detonator.
Okay.
In case I have to throw it as we go in. But yes, I am heading to the
wait, we're just pressing the button for the call elevator button. Like,
yeah, all of you are rapidly tagging off on hitting this button. Anyway, as you do that, there is, from around the corner, the sound of blaster fire, of carnage, of mayhem, of insane rage right now.
Poor stormtroopers.
and an awful breathing is coming around the corner. And as the elevator doors open, Darth Vader comes around covered in blood, his red lightsaber activated, a sword powered by rage and hellfire and fury. And he turns to look at all of you. And as you run into the doors, and as the doors are about to shut, his hand reaches out, and the doors don't shut anymore.
Shit.
I start hammering the button a bit more.
Marching towards you. Top of the initiative order. Vangelis, what are you going to do? Here comes Vader.
All right. Let's see. So he looks pretty mad. He's got the doors stuck.
Do you have like a flamethrower?
We're out of blast doors, right?
Yeah.
Or an EMP.
If you want a flamethrower, someone's gonna have to donate for you guys to get the weapon.
I thought somebody had a flamethrower. We found it in the
I have a flamethrower.
Yeah, he had a
Didn't Bofa always have a flamethrower?
Yeah.
Bofa. Oh wait, Bofa has a flamethrower. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Pretty sure he had one the whole time.
You gotta wait till Vader
come up
marches
yet.
into range, which will be on his turn.
Oh my god, we're treating it like the alien in Alien Isolation. Like, get back.
Yeah, I'm just thinking if there's anything I can melt around us that would help the situation.
I'll let you make a perception roll. If you succeed, I'll make up something for you to find.
Are there like
All right, I'll do a
sprinklers?
perception.
Maybe you can set off the sprinklers so that it gets Vader all wet.
He's the Wicked Witch of the West.
Perception roll done.
He's not going to be. He's covered in blood. Liquids clearly don't bother him.
All right, Vangelis, you could, in theory, light the door controls on fire, which would force them to shut. There's no guarantee of what, but whatever happens while you're in there, you belong to me.
All right. Do these elevators? Is this common knowledge or not? Do these elevators have like usual action movie things where you can open a hatch on the top and like climb up a cable or something? Okay. Executive decision. All right, everyone, get away from the controls. It's gonna get a little warm. Pull your robes up as I'm taking my flamethrower out and leveling it at the door controls. Don't worry about it.
Nope, guess not.
I'm sure
I guess
things will sort themselves out.
that's fine. Just ignore what I said. It's cool.
You light up the control panel.
Is there an emergency override button?
I don't know what we're gonna be able to do if he's like using the Force to keep the doors open. Like, no matter what we do,
I'm saying that the
he's not
door
gonna be
is something
strong.
We just need to do
separate.
something sufficiently distracting to distract him long enough for the doors to go boop.
Ah, okay.
So, yeah, the only thing I could think of... Well, okay, the other option is, Chris, you could just try and shoot at him. While he has the Force focused on keeping those doors open.
We did discuss he doesn't like fire. It's probably going to give him like a flashback.
Yeah,
to
I know
Mustafar.
I remember. We did this once before. I remember something. I'm having case memory. Remember that time on our ship when I just made the hallway really hot? So those whatever they were wouldn't come up to where we were. What if I just make the hallway? Yeah.
Okay,
All right,
sure.
I'm gonna unload the flamethrower on just the floor, the walls, the ceiling, everything in the hallway around us. I want to get it magma glowing hot. I want things to catch fire. I'm trying to shock and awe this funny nerd in his robot suit.
Why didn't you just hit him with the flamethrower? Why is it
He is out of range of the flamethrower right now.
Yeah, he's too
Oh.
far away.
He's a bit far back.
Okay, that's your action. Kaluna, what are you doing?
Okay, well he's made difficult terrain, so cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to, because he's holding the doors open. I want to try to use my Atlatl. I want to use the stun, so then that way hopefully that'll break his concentration.
Okay.
Also, because that's the thrown version of it, so that's how I'll hit him since we're. Nope.
The Atlatl goes sailing across the hall over Vader's head and lands behind him. Dom.
Sorry. It's very hard to aim in an elevator.
Is it? I mean, is the hallway on fire now? Is that
Yes.
what we're dealing with?
It's very on fire.
So we can't step out there without burning to death.
Yeah. Not that you would want to. He's out there.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna like do this the least complicated way I can. I'm just gonna shoot my blaster at his face.
Okay. 22. The blaster shot shoots out through the hall, and because so in order for Vader to both stop the fire and block your blaster, he has to let go of the doors. So the shot comes up, and he stops it in midair. Actually, I have to roll to see if he can do that. What is the?
It's
Like,
very
he has the lightsaber in his hand.
But if he's concentrating on the, it's like rolling for concentration on a spell,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah. Dom, can you roll your damage for that blaster, please? Just so I know if I negate it.
I don't think I've ever successfully hit anything before, so...
16 plus 15. Okay. So, he is able to stop the shot in the air and redirect it. But because of that, he has to let go because he's trying to force control the fire so he can make a path. And force stop the blaster from hitting him in the face because he will not allow such things to happen to him, that the doors can shut. It is now Tom's turn. Tom, what would you like to do?
Okay. What are the items that we stole from him specifically?
You stole Obi-Wan Kenobi's robes, his lightsaber, and Luke Skywalker's hand.
In a jar.
I got the
In a
hand.
jar.
I'm just thinking about whether I really do want to do this. Okay, I put the thermal detonator in Luke's hand and chuck it out the door.
Wait, isn't the
At
hand in a
Vader.
jar?
Oh.
You also have to
Is
get
it just the hand, or is it in like a jar and preserved?
It's
and
in a
shit?
jar
Is it-
preserved.
I have down
Okay,
as it's in a jar.
so
Yeah.
I put the detonator in the jar, close it, and then hurl it at Vader's head.
Bofa, do you relinquish Luke Skywalker's hand?
I mean, if I'm assuming that he's given me a meaningful look, holding a thermal detonator and gesturing at the hand in a jar, Bofa would immediately say, "Well, that sounds pretty darn metal," and hand the jar over.
Hang on,
Second
I'm
question.
confused about the order of events here. Is this before
Oh,
the door's
the door's
closed, or is this?
closed.
I was gonna
This
say.
is as the door is closing, right?
I was gonna say. Has
if
the
he-
door closed at this point?
If he spends the bonus dice he got from a fan, I will allow it that the doors are closing.
Okay, thank you. Because I was like, hang on, didn't we just close the door?
So, I'm sorry. When you said that distracted him from closing the door, I thought you meant the door will be closed at the end of this turn order, and I.
Well, they're shutting.
Okay.
So, because they've been badly hurt.
I am removing Luke Skywalker's hand in a jar from my equipment list.
Okay. So, Tom, do you activate the thermal detonator?
Yeah, I thought I already activated it.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
But,
I want to
yeah.
make sure I hear that correctly.
Yeah, I'm dropping it in the jar, closing it, and throwing it.
Okay. Would you please make a throw roll, please, to
Okay,
hurl?
what am I rolling for that? Strength?
Yeah, strength.
Okay.
No, that's dexterity. That's dexterity.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. My bad.
No, that's my bad. I got it wrong. 11?
Okay. 11.
All right. The hand of Luke Skywalker holding a thermo detonator
Into the fire.
is hurled into the fire and is rolling towards Darth Vader. Oh, man.
Hey.
And the doors shut behind you.
Oh god.
I'm going to assume you've pressed the button for the hanger.
We've been pressing it like the entire time.
So while that's happening, I'm going to narrate what happens from Vader's perspective. He sees the hand of his son rolling towards him with a thermal detonator, and it is active. And he taps into the dark side of the Force because he is so fucking angry right now. And proceeds to pick up the hand as the detonator is buckling. Pulls it out and is using the Force to keep the explosion from the detonator going off as he puts the hand away and seals it and moves it over out of the way. You know, foreshadowing stuff that happens in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
And you see, and you can't see this, but Vader is putting both hands on sides of the thermal detonator as the casing is rupturing and shattering and coming apart until finally a group of stormtroopers come around him and tell him to hold his hands up. And he looks at them, hurls the explosion at them in rage. And as more stormtroopers come around, he reignites his lightsaber and says, "Is there anyone who questions if I am Darth Vader?" And
There's no one left if it exploded.
Well, because more stormtroopers are coming, right?
Oh, okay.
And they all
the entire
shake.
501st is on board.
Yeah. And they shake their heads very slowly. Good. Get on the intercom and find them!
Meanwhile, we're just sitting there listening to elevator music, hearing a distant boom. I must have got him. Nice work, Skib. Sounds like he blew up.
Did you find elevator music?
Yes.
You're a deviant woman. Okay. All right. So because you threw the thermal detonator, you have enough time to get to the hangar. We're gonna keep the turn order, but you have enough time to get to the hangar in order to. You haven't seen Vader for a while, but you successfully managed to get to the hangar where Steve is. And it's been uncomfortably quiet as you enter the hangar.
As we're getting there, I'm going to ask Scab really quick. Do you have any more, specifically the detonators? Not like necessarily the grenades, but extra detonators? Tom?
I'm sorry. I was just answering something in chat. So ask that again, please.
Do you have any extra detonators?
I have nothing.
Nothing that looks like a detonator?
Well, like the remote detonator?
Yes.
No, I don't.
So I was gonna say, if we each had one, then he wouldn't know who had the real one.
Chat, if you want to give these guys, donate and give these guys a hand so they don't die. What's about to happen?
All I have left is an ion grenade, which I think Tonberry in chat is like, would that disrupt his breathing apparatus? But I don't know.
Maybe.
I think that's the only trick I have left up my sleeve.
Okay.
I still have my blaster.
All right, so we're in the lift.
You're out of the
down
lift.
To...
You're in
oh,
the
we're
hangar.
out of the lift. Okay.
I'm in the hangar.
We're at the hangar.
Is it fair to say that while we were in the lift, I reloaded my flamethrower?
Sure.
Probably fair. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe I should address this because someone asked in chat, wouldn't a thermal detonator wipe out half the deck? But
did.
We established that this is a thermal detonator that I built myself and rather shoddily, so it's not as good as a regular detonator.
Also, I have the dice damage for it, and Vader said where he wanted it to go, and the man gets what he wants.
Yeah. Okay, so
except Padme, but you know.
So I'm assuming while we were in the elevator, we had this discussion of we should go. We should just get the fuck out.
Yeah, we
Vader just Hadoken the hallway.
Now, my question is just to all of you: do you want to change your outfits before you leave the elevator?
I think that would be prudent at this point.
Yeah, but the problem is our typical outfits are not Imperial uniforms and are not Stormtrooper uniforms, so we're gonna look out of place regardless.
Mm-hmm. You do still have the method to get Kaluna through with the Kaluna to get you through with the Stormtrooper uniform, to put the binders on you and have the rest all wear Stormtrooper armor. I don't say that to shame your theoretical character's appearance, but
Just to have my little head things. They're very cute.
I'm not saying they're not.
I'm just gonna be a chunky stormtrooper. It's fine.
All right.
I'm just really big.
Okay. It's just these tendrils leaking down and going down the back of your...
It's an extremely large helmet.
Yeah. Fair enough. So, as you file out into the hangar bay, alerts are going off everywhere. The PA system is going off saying, "Attention, all stormtroopers aboard aboard the Executor. Be on the lookout for 4 idiots wearing red outfits identical to Imperial Emperor's Guard. They are not Emperor's Guard. Also, there is only one Darth Vader. Sir, I'm saying it. Sir, I'm saying ah."
Panzer IV2 has donated $10 and saying, "Don't die."
All right, so who's that going
Promise
to?
I'm assuming the Mandos.
All right, Mandos, you have 10 more dice to play with.
All right.
I would like to use mine to find 6 more lightsabers.
What?
I want to try to find. I know the Empire is mostly humans, but if I find like an Imperial uniform, I also want that.
Okay. Do you want to spend those dice to find an Imperial uniform? Or do you want to save those?
I just feel like it's going to be slightly less weird than big chunky stormtrooper when all stormtroopers are supposed to be the same size currently.
The Empire doesn't hire aliens, it's kind of a thing.
I
If
know!
you're talking about like an Imperial officer's uniform, it's gonna be like why do we have a Twi'lek officer?
You guys have been bluffing your way through everything else. At this point, like, we get...
I feel like that looks less weird than a big, awkward-looking stormtrooper, maybe?
The volume of bullshit that has come out of you over the preceding 4 episodes to justify every other insane thing you've done makes this one canon nitpick of Twi'leks and racism in the Empire kind of minute, if I can be honest, at this stage. So I'm going to let you roll
I know it
search.
would be this annoying. I would not have picked a Twi'lek.
So I'm going to let you roll search for an Imperial uniform. If you want to add some of the dice that you have for that, go ahead. Or you can I have the DC in my head.
I like the idea, chat.
What was the idea? I can't read the
You
chat.
go with someone who hired a Twi'lek stripper for a birthday party. So I want to get like an Imperial uniform, but like cut it and like make it look sexy, like a sexy cop.
Roll for it.
It's not gonna stand out.
Roll for it.
Well, if she's getting one of those, I say we all dress up as strippers. 'Cause I'm not gonna get
Roll for it.
What do I
I'm
roll?
rolling for it.
We can't not do it now.
Is it a search?
It's a search for 4
Okay.
Imperial uniforms.
I'm gonna roll. Oh my god. That's so
I'll
funny.
do the cowboy.
No, it has to be Star Wars themed. I'm gonna be like a sexy Wookiee, like in.
Good things. I'm good at looking for stuff and I'm good at driving.
The DC was 20. You have found.
I like the idea of the stripper droid.
Yeah. Have you guys not seen the Star Wars cabaret that's in LA right now? It's fucking.
No.
We could all.
I've been to that one. No.
I'll remind everyone that Bofa is a proven galactic power top, so any kind of uniform
Bofa is daddy. This is canon.
You find
And I'm the
4
bottom. It's fine. Because
So-
I'm a Twi'lek.
As you go into the hangar, you find in the corner 4 Imperial uniforms in a little
I'm just gonna
crate,
rip them up. Like,
and proceed to rip them up. Where is the disguise skill under? Give me a hot second. I need to justify how this is going to go down mechanically.
disguise? Sneak?
Well, I want to get a stormtrooper outfit and take a mallet to it, so that it's like becomes like a stormtrooper mankini sort of thing.
Okay.
Is this like a sneak?
Well, there's got to be
Con, maybe? I don't know.
There has to be a disguise skill. I say.
I feel like there is.
But I'm not. It's probably.
I assume it's under something similar to like sleight of hand or something.
Yeah, I think it's under con. In this
Con?
case, because I don't see a pure disguise skill, which is under perception.
I was gonna say.
Yeah. So
I don't have con under there, so just a regular old perception.
Yeah, so everyone can roll perception in order to make your terrible outfits, which I will set the DC at 15. To make stripper outfits.
Perception.
Okay. Oh no. Okay.
Can I give my 2 to Evangelist to help him?
Call this. Wow, I was just joking.
Dom, I still need your stripper roll, please.
Oh, I didn't realize we were all rolling.
Miracles
for stripper
happen
Yeah,
power.
when
because
you
you're
believe in
crafting the
yourself.
outfit.
You're my security bot.
Sorry, is that sense?
I have a
or
bonus
were we-
die
Perception.
still.
Oh, use the bonus die, man.
I used
Con
my
if you got
con
it.
skill, if that's okay. I thought
Okay.
that's what we're.
Yeah. Dom, do you
I
have the
just
con
don't.
skill?
No, I don't have con listed, so that's why.
Yeah.
All right. Did you roll con?
Sorry, Mike.
Dom, do you have the con skill
It's under perception.
Con.
under perception?
No. Oh, yes, I do.
All right. Roll that instead. Okay.
Okay.
And
So
then you have dice from the chat, so.
yeah, you can roll additional dice if you so choose. So can Vangelis, because you guys have spent now. I don't know. You keep track of it. I'm very tired.
So I have one on my sheet I'll spend from that first one each you gave us.
Roll a d6.
Please roll, Dom, because I want this to work because
Slash
this is the
roll.
dumbest
Sure,
thing I've
sure,
ever
sure,
seen.
sure. How do I roll?
Oh no!
Roll again.
I'll erase the one off my sheet. Do we have any more?
You
I
should
just
have
need one more.
How do you roll a d6?
slash roll
Oh, I see it
1d6.
now. Got extra dice. That
He
does
rolled
nothing.
a 0.
You shouldn't. Okay, how about this? I'll roll for you guys. I'll give you 2 each.
I got it.
And we'll see you have 4 left.
Nope.
Okay?
I did not dig it. Got it.
This one's for Vangelis. 7.
Oh,
And this
good.
one is for
Okay.
Dom.
Cool. Excellent.
So that's still a 12. So here's how it goes.
7.
He had a. I thought he had a.
I rolled con at 12, so it's 17.
17. So
Yeah.
you all proceed to make your stripper outfits. 4 of you are stripper. 3 of you are stripper Imperial officers, despite one of you being a droid. And Dom has chosen to be a stripper stormtrooper. You all proceed to come out from behind the explosive barrels, doing the runway strut, as the door opens to the hangar bay, revealing Darth Vader. And you look at him, and he looks at you, and there is
Happy birthday! We've heard a certain Sith Lord's been a naughty boy. So we're here to tell him off. And then I start doing
Where's
this
the
erotic
bachelor
dance.
party?
Dom has not talked in
Well,
front
he
of
killed
Vader.
Sam.
So
we're letting Dom talk because he's the only one who didn't talk in front of Vader, so he shouldn't recognize the voice.
I'm there's my wife dying. First, there is this unholy silence in the hangar bay as everyone looks at this. Even Steve in the ship, who saw you all come in and went, "Oh shit!" finished trying to hotwire the shuttle.
We could have just gotten on the ship and left. I just wanted to point this out.
I am aware of the choices that were
Instead.
ignored.
No, it's priorities.
Okay,
Stops.
I want to make a con check if I can.
Dom, hang on, it's Dom's action. Let me
Okay,
narrate.
okay.
Vader looks at you, and never in the history of the Force has a Sith been this confused by the display before him.
Vader don't
guys,
know
what we
Daddy's
do-
getting hot in the
Ah!
hangar bay.
We
Doing
do our
something
dance.
unholy.
We slowly dance our way up the ramp, and then we
Yeah.
leave before he realizes before his head stops exploding. Okay,
I
so
need
just gyrate
Yeah.
backwards.
Yeah, I'm doing like a sexy stripper tease because I'm a fucking Twi'lek. So I'm like, yep, this is, yep.
Okay,
If I live,
if all
I'll
of you are
accept this.
helping, all of you are giving him a dice. Dom, you have 4 dice left against Vader's perception to sense what you are doing.
Annie, are you okay? Are you okay?
Confused Vader boner.
You tap into the powers of the Force here for a second and try to figure out what's happening.
So with Okay, I
Wow.
just rolled a 36 on con.
Okay.
So,
That's really
with
good.
those extra dice.
Okay. So
That's
I'm.
you said 4 extra dice?
Yeah, he used up the last of the bonus dice you guys had. I'm gonna roll Vader's perception
Fine.
because
This is
this should
necessary.
not. This shouldn't. No, I'm gonna take 2 of his dice to go into this.
Oh my god.
Okay, this. That ain't right. I fucked up.
Again, he does not know how to factor in incompetence.
That ain't
For
right.
the viewers, in case you can't tell, Darth Vader rolled 12 versus 36.
That ain't right.
He is fully convinced that we are his birthday strippers now. That's how it works.
I'm not having Vader look at them with a pivot as I've done everything else in the last 11 years I've done this and go, how did you know?
Vader, baby.
Okay.
Happy birthday, Darth Vader. Up the game, Blake!
We are just twerking on him right now. Just like.
I am as far away as I can
Opus
be.
gives Darth Vader a big, hard slap on the ass.
Okay, Mike, I want to roll a con die and say, sir, did you catch those intruders?
He's gonna get a bit of like oil, like turtle wax, and start like polishing his helmet for him, like sensually. It's like.
I have to, so that way this is immortalized. Thank you, Colin DeLorean 3610 for this beautiful, brilliant idea. I just love it so much.
You got some nice meat in the trunk there, big boy.
Oh god.
Okay, so now we've completed our weird, sexy dance. We slowly start working our way backwards up the ramp. Okay.
Okay.
Ah! Hang on.
I give him a little kiss.
Hi.
And then I pull my shirt down and then I run.
Fuck this. No.
Just flash Darth Vader.
Why not? It'll
Alright,
make
well,
an amazing drinking story later.
It's all matches canon.
It's not the first set of titties he's seen. Come on.
All right, we gotta go. There's a bar mitzvah on Coruscant we need to get to. Okay.
Oh
bye.
yeah. Bye.
Bye everyone. Bye Darth Vader. Happy
in
birthday.
Star Wars, a bat mitzvah is a very different thing, so that's less inappropriate.
Vader silently
Nice
waves
ass. Yeah, very good,
goodbye
bam.
as you head up the plank and is nodding as the 501st look at him astonished. And there's a tapping of his finger on the vent that makes up his weird face mask mouth as he's breathing. And then there's a wait a moment.
Oh, they hit the trigger.
And he
I went into to go get go.
So as you are running into the cockpit, there is Steve finishing hot wiring to get this thing up and running. Kaluna, I need you to roll your flight skills right now, because Vader's about to try and roll sense, and fuck this, I'm about to spend some dice.
Space transport, correct?
Mm-hmm.
For reference, Mike's last roll was a 1-3-3-1-3.
You know, the thing is, as dumb as this is, I can imagine the Emperor hiring like a Padme look-alike, but a sexy stripper version just to piss Vader off.
Did you like it?
Starts crying!
Did you like it, my apprentice?
But she's specifically in like Phantom Menace outfits, so they look weird as fuck.
I forgot to mention that you guys had come out of hyperspace by this point, because you had been up until this point, but you have come out of hyperspace.
I assumed.
The Executor has come out of hyperspace so you can make this escape. Otherwise, you'd just be thrown in.
Oh shit! In Endor?
Maybe.
Oh, guys, the entire Imperial fleet is just outside. We are so
Yes, it is! So Vader is going to roll his sense on all of you. And I may have added some of my dice in incurable rage. Better!
Oh, you just roll a 70 is all?
Holy fuck.
I'm blowing some of the $50 that I got. I have 32
Hey,
left.
this would be a good time to set off those explosives, Tom.
So,
Yeah, can I have my radio control back?
Okay.
Yeah, here you go.
So I'm gonna do a
just press every single button on it.
Kaluna,
Yeah,
did you make your piloting roll?
I did. I rolled an 18.
Cool, I missed that. Thank you. That's my mistake, not yours. Vader, however, rolled sense on all of you,
Yeah.
and you felt it.
Oh.
Yes, dear.
Rob Hagen has donated $3 for our bold stripper Mandos.
Okay, that's another 3 dice for you guys. So
I still have titties out, by the way,
Yeah.
just cause I did not have time.
The vice-like pressure of Darth Vader on your minds pushes in and invades, and your memories are ripped forward like ripping seaweed out of the sandbanks in a river with ease, as everything that you have done up to this point. What's up?
Oh no, that's just the
What?
sound of both
I thought
saying "ow."
no, I thought
because
Dom was
you're-
gonna raise it.
I mean,
Oh.
seaweed in rivers, but I was like, don't be pedantic.
Well, it's the only thing I can get to get the tactile sensation of that resistance
Yep.
and pulling up kind of thing. And as images of the last 5 sessions have come up, as well as your intent of "we could kill Darth Vader" rings out in all of your minds. And as you feel the pressure of Vader turn to rage, and Kaluna lifts off out of the hangar in the Lambda-class shuttle, you come out, turn, and see the entire Imperial fleet surrounding Sam. A new Death Star. I have a description. The immense spherical sight before you fills the front view of the shuttle, though still being constructed, a massive battle station of death set in the shape of a large sphere with a massive emitter on one side. While you've heard of the first Death Star, to see one is another thing entirely. This gigantic structure is, despite the many floors, rooms, and people within it, focused on one terrible purpose: death. This is a giant fucking coffin nail for the universe, a machine of extermination, indiscriminate and powerful beyond fear. This is the Death Star. So,
does this one seem bigger than the last one?
You would never saw the last one, but
yeah, it just feels bigger somehow.
It is actually, but
yeah,
That's no moon.
I just like looking at it. Feels like it's bigger than, you know.
I quietly lean over and press the button on his remote while he's distracted.
I pressed all the buttons already.
So as you did press the button, so as Vader, in absolute rage, is about to force grab your shuttle, the explosions go off behind him and launch him out into space. And where
mission accomplished.
And as you see out of the rear cameras, Vader arcing through space and all the stormtroopers grasping for air, he grabs the Executor, and his head
in the palm of his hand.
Well,
Is
he's
he
grabbing
like
it to hold
1,000 miles
himself in
higher?
place.
I mean, if Leia can do it, he can.
Yeah. And
I was
he
about to say, I can see
slowly turns his head to look at all of you in rage as his cape flops over his face.
There's no but
It's
there's no
kinetic,
wind
it's
space.
kinetic. It's the kinetic motion of it while he was arcing
Oh,
through the air.
okay. I was gonna say.
In Star Wars, like when people go into space, it's like they're underwater. I think like Star Wars space that works differently than real space.
It very much does, but
yeah.
So
Well, spaceships move weird.
So Kaluna, I need you to roll, and I would spend your dice very quickly to get the hell out of this situation, because there is a limit on Vader's.
Does this ship have any cannons on it?
Yeah,
How many dice do we have left? Because
four
we
to
should put them all into this roll.
What am I rolling?
Your ship control to get the hell out of here.
Oh, so just space transport again?
Yeah, and there are guns on it, but they are 4 in the front. There are no rear guns.
Star Wars space
Okay.
is way louder.
And
that
then,
is true.
do I need to add more die?
Yeah, add 3d6. The bonus dice you're having.
Okay, so total is
That's pretty good.
32.
Okay. You just fly out of the range of Darth Vader. And you can feel him grabbing the shuttle, resisting against you. The bulkheads are shaking. Plating is coming off of the exterior. Like,
Sure.
you just
I hope
flew
it
out-
hits him in the face.
You just escaped his grip. It's almost like he stripped the exterior of its temperature plating for re-entry, as it just escapes his grasp.
Okay.
So, you have a choice. There is the Death Star in front of you. There is also the forest moon of Endor. Sam, can I get that photo?
Does this motherfucker not have a hyperdrive?
I was gonna say, I guess not.
No, they do have a hyperdrive. Now, you have a choice. Well, but it also takes time to get the directions on a hyperdrive, and you don't know where you are.
Yeah, that we could crash into a planet if we're not careful.
So you have a choice. You can try and fly towards the Death Star, or to the forest moon of Endor. There is 2 DCs.
They're both
either one.
protected by a force field.
Yeah, but you can still fly down to it.
Well,
No,
Endor's
not. Endor's not.
The force field is coming from Endor.
Yeah, but it's also covering Endor. They
2 things.
They need to get clearance to go down to the planet.
Assuming
Okay,
it's
so
still.
let me set that one for you. You can go down to the forest moon of Endor because the force field is coming from Endor to cover the Death Star. However, because Vader has arrived, the force field is down. Point 3, you don't know there's a force field there.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay.
So we could just fly to the Death Star and slam our ship into this force field and end the game here.
Yeah.
So.
But you don't know that
Ending
there
the
is a
game
force
on a
field.
striptease is probably the funniest thing I've ever. Okay. Alright, gang. Endor, Death Star. What should we do? I assume we have like 2 seconds to decide.
Yep.
So.
Endor, because there's nothing on the Death Star that is welcoming.
I will point out that if you fly towards the Death Star, it is technically an easier flight because of the fact that they won't shoot at the Death Star. If you fly to, but it's not a safe destination. If you choose to fly to Endor, harder to get there, safer in the result. And you are out of bonus dice from the audience.
You turn and shoot Vader. I like it.
Well, the
Why
Death
don't we
Star is a very large gun, but we also just came out of Imperial space.
I feel like we're pushing
like,
our luck if we go to the Death
I feel like
Star
in
and
both
try
cases,
to.
it's like, yeah, it's like we just left a whole bunch of Imperials. We don't got any disguises anymore except for this gear, and he's probably gone and called ahead to say the strip is a fake by now.
Yeah.
We
Oh
should
man, would
probably
I
just-
want to be on that conversation?
Should we not just go to hyperspace?
Again, we can't.
You got to take
do
time to
not have-
calculate the jump to hyperspace.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's time you will be spending being shot at by the entire Imperial fleet.
Right. Okay.
I'm thinking Endor is probably the slightly safer option.
Are any ships currently going towards Endor that we could just hide under?
No.
Okay.
It's probably safer to go. You know, I haven't seen a forest in about a day. Would be
I'm
nice.
gonna. I think Endor might be the safer option, just because I think we have the fact that we're still here after that shenaniganery. I think we're pressing our luck a little, so I think let's try.
We
Endor.
look. He's in space. We got him. We got him. Mission accomplished. He's gonna go. You don't breathe in space. He's fine.
He's got a breather.
For a second.
He
He'll
has a
run out.
breather in
I'm
his-
sure. We got him.
All right. All
Was
right.
that
Good work, everybody.
At this point, I just want to get out of here. Let's go to Endor.
Dom, what was that you said?
He just doesn't breathe in general particularly well, so
Yeah.
being in space
All
probably
right.
isn't that much of a hindrance for him.
You're going for Endor?
Yeah.
They will try to shoot at you. You will have to roll higher than their ability to shoot at you.
I'll do my best.
Okay. Again, if
Boy,
the
a
audience
dono
wants to
for
help
some
this,
space flying dice would be so cool.
that would really fucking help. So I'll tell you what. I'll get the Superstar Destroyers to hit. I'll take a couple of seconds to do that, so that you guys have a fucking chance at making that run.
Imagine all the fun we'll have interacting with Ewoks.
If this ends with us being eaten by teddy bears,
I saw the chat and it was killing me. It's not like there are killer Viet Cong teddy bears down there.
On me?
Bofa turns to the camera and says, "Hey everyone, I hope you're enjoying the adventure. Wouldn't you like to see us be friends with Ewoks?"
Panzer IV2 has donated another $10 towards the group.
Survival of the
Okay.
group. All right.
All right. So space transport or something specifically for dodging.
Okay. Yeah. Well, there's a tractor beam projector on this thing too. Space transport for you.
I'll roll just.
Oh,
Rob
we could have
Hagen.
tractor beamed Vader and just dragged him with
Okay.
us.
Rob
I
Hagen.
rolled
Rob
the
Hagen.
29 just standard.
Okay.
Rob Hagen has also donated another $3. Yo, killer teddy bears.
I'm gonna roll those 3 d6 just to just.
17. Okay.
So that's a 46.
Yep.
I sure hope that's enough. If not, I'll use more dice.
All right. Okay, let's use the turbo laser batteries. Okay. For the ones that will be firing at you. Okay, so they're going to start with the ion cannons to try and hit you.
Uh-huh.
Ready? How do I do that? How the hell do I do that?
The power of the striptease.
How the hell do I do that? This is getting weird. That was literally
They're all
2, 3,
staring
1,
at
2.
Vader floating in space.
How did I do that?
I don't
Is that the boss? Hey, is that the boss over there? Is that the boss floating in space with a cape on his head?
They are trying not to hit Vader.
Yeah.
Because they know if he somehow does make it back, he'll be very pissed.
Okay. Fuck. I know I'm not doing battleship damage and fire hits correctly, but hang on. Battleship gunnery. That's the 2 hit. Okay. So Kaluna, you are flying towards Endor. The ion cannons miss. They will get one last shot at you. You can roll one last time to get to the surface.
Okay.
You ready?
So that's the standard. How many dice do we have? I used 3 before.
What was the other
And someone
donation goal we
donated
got?
10.
10 and 3, so you have 10 more.
Okay. I'll roll 5 of the d6 just to be safe.
Okay. So that's a total of you rolled
38?
38.
Okay. And I'm going to spend one of my dice. The ion... Alright, no, that was unfair. The blast shots around, fan around you from the massive array of turbo lasers that are filling space around you as they are scorching the planet, trying to hit you, as all of you scream in terror as the Lambda shuttle belly flops into the atmosphere and successfully land on the forest moon of Endor. I am down to 31 dice.
Okay. Now, did we land or did we, like, skadoosh?
I'm going to say you skadooshed a little bit. And
Okay,
the
that's
shuttle
fair.
is parking and it's very inhospitable as the area around you is still being actively shot from space because they are very upset that they missed. More accurately,
You got any input on this one, Steve?
Steve is going, Steve has not said anything for a time because he has been clutching the seat, looking at all of you, as the turbo laser fires pelting the dirt all around you and exploding and causing trees to. And he looks at all of you and goes, I've missed a lot since the last time I saw all of you.
Not really, actually.
I severely doubt that based on the change in your wardrobe.
Oh, you know, it's sexy day.
Did you get Vader?
We stole a bunch of things from Darth Vader, and then we set fire to his corridor and blew up his room. And then and he's in space now, so we pretty much killed him.
All right.
Shockingly, that is all true. I know.
You're saying you killed Darth Vader.
We threw him into space.
Probably.
He's fine in space. He has that armor.
Oh, well, that's just ridiculous.
No,
That
he
seems
is.
a little overpowered, honestly.
He is. That's why there are assassination attempts on Darth Vader. He's very hard to kill.
Mm-hmm.
Well, someone just call one of your friends, tell him he's in space, go shoot him.
Are we still getting actively shot at it while this conversation is taking place?
It kind of peters off after a bit, and it's...
All right.
Yeah.
Is this our ship? Which ship? I forget which ship we're actually in.
You're in a Imperial Lambda-class shuttle with the wings that fold up.
One of those ones that goes, yeah, little triangle wings.
Dua, can you see if there's any info on the ship about the planet we're currently on?
Who are you asking that to?
Dua?
Ah.
Because he's got the text, like,
does.
he can... Dom,
Dom?
What?
can you check to see if we have any information about Endor on this ship's computer, because it is an Imperial ship?
Oh, sure.
I think he just forgot his characters. That's fair, I have not called him Dua once, I have kept calling him Blue Boy.
23.
All right, this is the information
So
that
we know
comes
where,
up.
like, the bases are and stuff, so we can, like, avoid them.
So there is one Imperial installation on the forest moon of Endor. Because it is a stationary moon, that base is continually pointed at, which is weird for a forest, but whatever. Planet is pointed at the Death Star. It is a few miles walk from where you are, should you so choose. The local indigenous life form, for the most part, is relatively peaceful, except for something that is not accurately described. It is referred to as a diminutive species that is very savage and to shoot on sight.
Oh, alright.
Better take that under advice.
Okay.
That means we're gonna be friends.
Sure.
How tall is Steve again?
He's your height. He's a
Boffin,
boffin.
so, like, yeah, like 4 or 5 feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot. I forgot if he was tiny or not.
They're shorter than humans, but not by much.
Yeah. So, what do you all want to do? Do you want to stay with this easily traceable Lambda-class shuttle, or do you want to head out into the woods?
Well,
We don't
they're
have
not
enough
chasing
time to,
us right now.
We don't have time to get the hyperdrive taken care of and
Yeah.
get out of here.
Yeah, because you'd have to
We
leave
should
Atlas.
probably cheese it.
Yeah.
They are definitely going to be chasing us. Like, there'll be TIE fighters here any second.
Yeah, I think let's check to see if this thing has like a cargo hold for like weapons or anything that we can use, just like cloaks, anything that we can just grab quickly, and then we should go.
All right.
We should blow up the shuttle so that when they find the wreckage, they'll assume we're all dead.
Wow, an explosion idea that is actually incredibly tactically genius.
Yeah. Aren't you all out of explosives though?
Yeah, I can make some, but it might take a while.
I don't think we have the time.
Well, how about you search the shuttle and whatever, we'll tell you what happens based on your rolls.
Search.
Okay.
Oh, I'll pull my shirt up. I forgot I flat it down. I was busy driving. There's no time for shirts.
Okay.
You just full on boobs out this entire time.
Pretty much, yeah. It's a toy leg. Why not?
This is a family show.
Sure.
Is it?
We're not at the kids'
Wow.
table. It's fine. I mean,
Tom-
who in this universe hasn't seen a Twi'lek's titties? Come on.
Okay.
Darth Vader
Is it just perception?
Well, no, now he has, so he gets to be part of that group now.
Search if you.
I mean, we've all changed clothes in front of each other like 3 times at least now, so.
All right. So in inspecting the inspecting it, you find additional blasters, stormtrooper armor, as well as, let's say, another 10 frag grenades.
If you set them up near the engine, that could help make it.
Yeah. Like, frag grenades are not, like, high explosive, it's just fragmentation, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know if that would
but if
really
we, like,
blow up the ship.
But if we spill a bunch of fuel everywhere.
Steve actually speaks up, and as you look over to him, you notice he's changed out of his outfit into a very unique jumpsuit and puts a bandana.
Stripper jumpsuit?
And puts a bandana on his head. And he says, well, why don't you just rig the engine to self-destruct?
That seems like a better idea, actually.
You know,
Where'd you get the
right?
jumpsuit? That's
Okay.
nice.
I hid it under.
I did that. We have 5 minutes. Let's go.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go.
You're all run off the gangplank, carrying your newly stolen goods. With Steve, as you run into the forest moon of Endor.
I'm still staying in my sexy Imperial uniform because
Just
honestly,
you and me and me and you and you and me and our friend Steve.
Because honestly, like Stormtrooper armor ain't gonna do shit. So.
Yeah, as the whole place, the thing explodes. So you look around this, what would normally be a lush forest area, that is covered with explosive damage and wreckage of timber and wood from heavy orbital fire.
You alright?
No, I think I'm having a stroke. It's all the weird shit that happened today. And you are in Endor. You know where the Imperial base is. What do you want to do?
Keep an eye out for some motherfucking teddy bears. I'm gonna shoot them on sight.
I mean, I think our best chance is we have to commandeer a ship of some kind and get the fuck out of here. Right?
Sorry,
Either that or we make do with living amongst the teddy bears.
are we still dressed as strippers?
Those of you
well,
who
I
have
am.
not chosen
I
to.
am.
Alright. Just
This
checking.
way, because I don't want to be dressed as a stormtrooper in case we encounter, like, the very vicious things that we've been told that will shoot on sight. So presumably they're not going to be super happy seeing a bunch of stormtroopers.
So
That's fair. That's fair. Why don't we just go rob? We know where a base is. Let's go rob them.
Let's observe before we rob. But yeah.
So Steve says, also, there will be a rebel encampment coming here within a few days. If we...
Oh.
Sam just said, I don't think Ewoks have a concept for strippers. Is this because they're
We'll
very
teach 'em.
furry?
That, as far as you know.
Are we? Oh, Kaloon, are you assuming that an Ewok striptease is an Ewok putting a hand to their furry body and exposing what is underneath? Just doing.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't really remember much about the Ewoks other than their teddy bears.
All the teeth.
And they
all the
eat
teeth
people.
and-
That's all I remember. I'm just gonna.
One of us is a droid. They might try to worship him.
I
Don't
thought
let
it was,
Yeah, I would
I
point-
thought it was because 3PO was gold. I didn't know if it had to do with the fact that it
I
was a
w-
robot.
yeah, I also we should be a bit careful because, like, the Ewoks fully intended to eat our heroes, you know, the Star Wars crew when they first arrived. So, like, let's not assume they're going to be on our side if we run into them.
Yeah. Either way, I'm gonna look out of place, so I'm just gonna dress comfy.
Okay.
So.
You start walking through the woods, and it's because of the devastation. It takes you a while to kind of clear the damaged part of the forest. I'm gonna go see if I have the Ewok stats in this book. 'Cause I was
I
not.
assume they're in there somewhere.
They have to be because I have like Wedge Antilles stats in here, and nobody.
Oh,
likes
I think
Wedge.
they were a playable race potentially. So.
Let's see here. But as you start to pass through the damage line, you return to the area of the forest. It's a lush green place full with massive trees that doesn't at all look like a jungle on Earth. And you see these structures, these wooden monoliths towering above you as you move deeper and deeper into the forest. After a few hours, you find the Imperial base. Because I didn't expect you to go to Endor, I don't have a photo for it, but it is a 2-tiered structure with platforms. You can see there's an AT-AT walking around, the 4-legged walker, for the Empire, and various stormtrooper companies walking around as guards.
Okay.
You think any of them ordered any strippers?
Probably not, and I'm gonna guess that they probably were given a heads up about the stripper scenario, so probably should.
Oh, bloody phone calls.
Yeah, the space telephone. It's a miracle. So we're.
Do we want the walking thing? Do we want that, or do we want it to fall down?
The AT-AT?
Seems
that's.
I'm
I'm looking more for like a spaceship rather than that.
Something that will get us off of the planet.
Yeah, preferably.
So, are you choosing to stay here next to the base, or are you going to move deeper into the woods to hide?
Are there any surveillance droids or anything around?
Yes, there are.
There's an AT-AT wandering around, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Well, but like the AT-AT is a big thing of we can hide in like the trees. I'm looking more for like the flying droids that can kind of.
No, nothing like that. Just the AT-AT doing the survey.
Okay.
Okay, are we talking AT-ATs or AT-STs?
AT-AT, the 4-legged one.
Wow.
Big boys.
There's probably AT-STs as well, but.
Oh, possibly, yeah.
Just in the movie, I only saw AT-STs, and I feel like they make more
Well,
sense.
it's the bit
in the forest
just
setting,
after
but-
Luke hands himself in, it cuts to the landing pad where the generator is. You see an AT-AT looking down at Luke. It's
Holy cow, this is more about Wicked than I have ever read, ever, in the history of anything. Because I found the Ewok section, but like, Wicked has his own stats and lore.
Mm-hmm. He's in a lot of things.
Yeah, wow. God, you forget what Star Wars was like back in the day. when everyone was kind of pasting things in. Anyway.
If we know that the rebels are gonna be here in a couple of days, right?
Mm-hmm.
Should we set up like an area to just sort of camp out for a few days and then try to use the rebels as the distraction and then get out?
Do we know that?
That's what Steve just said.
Steve mentioned it, yeah.
Because then that way, if we know the rebels are coming, they're going to be a distraction, right?
We can't get out yet. We haven't finished off Vader.
I think the ship has sailed on that one.
I think.
Well, we came here to kill.
We can
Vader.
chop it up.
I still argue that we got him.
I would say let's use like Final Destination rules in that he died, but someone resuscitated him. But so contractually, we did technically kill Vader.
I mean, yeah, we set off explosives in his face and shot him into space. So
no one said he had to be permanently dead.
I, as a proud Mandalorian, am not going home until we have his head.
I'm sorry.
Or some other proof of
Who's
death.
going to drive you? Oh, right, me. Can you drive?
We gotta do the 18th thing where we gotta drug his milk and then make him sleep for the shuttle home.
I could just paint a stormtrooper helmet black if it really helps, but I'm really sure he's dead up there. I mean, what else is gonna happen to him? Is he going to go and get into a fight with his one-handed kid, and then I don't know, Mentor going to start shooting him with lightning for no reason, and he's gonna throw that guy into I don't know some kind of giant pit? Absolutely ridiculous. He's up in space. People die in space. That's science.
forget because it's been a while since the first
Name
episode.
one person who's ever actually died in space in this universe without being on a ship that exploded.
Stormtrooper number 367.
Stormtroopers don't count.
Troopers aren't people.
No, now I'm legitimately trying to think if there was a scene in a movie where someone was flushed out into space.
Yeah, there was.
Akbar.
That's how Akbar went.
Yeah, I was gonna say Akbar and all the other people who weren't Leia.
Boo.
Anyway.
I forget.
Yeah.
Are we getting paid for this, or was this just for clout?
This was for clout.
This was literally just for clout.
I couldn't
Yeah.
remember if we were actually had a specific thing.
It'd be funny if Steve asked us if this was actually for pay.
Yeah. So Steve kind of looks at you, says, "Look, we have two options. We can either try and steal a craft from the base, but the only place to go is back up to the Death Star. If you are insisting on killing Vader, he will make his way over there because the Emperor is going to be there."
Oh wait, we could kill the Emperor too?
Oh no. Oh, he's just an old man. I'm sure it'll be easy.
I'll shove him! I'll shove him on the floor!
I mean, I bet you could very easily just pick him up and throw him and he'd be fine. He'd just be gone.
I'll slap him in the back of the head.
Or we can hide in the woods.
Unless he returns somehow.
That's ridiculous.
Oh!
No one can come back from the dead.
So, decide. Do you want to try and just survive this in the woods, or do you want to try and go kill Vader? Because if you do...
What are we going to do that we haven't already done?
Let's kill Vader. It would be somewhat bad of us to not go at least try, I suppose.
Well, here's a thought.
Uh-oh.
If you want to maybe help the side of good, if Vader's on the Death Star and the Death Star blows up, you will have killed Vader.
And ourselves.
Well, maybe you should put a timer on it.
You didn't specify that.
We could do it through an act of heroism. Steal a Lambda shuttle, fly up to the Death Star, sneak on board, and destroy the Death Star, Vader, and Palpatine, and maybe do something very good for the universe.
I'm not...
Steve, old boy,
Yeah, but-
that's stupid. Let's go home.
I was gonna say,
I'm going to need a few
If we
more
do something-
explosives.
If we do something good for the universe, are we gonna get clout out of that?
You'll
Are we-
get the
is that
knowledge.
gonna make us cool?
You'll get the knowledge that a
You
giant
get force cloak.
death ship, and he points at the Death Star, won't potentially come and kill your entire planet.
Do we have a planet?
we have a planet?
I mean, we
Man,
got a
we're
couple
rich.
planets.
In an empathetic sense.
I'm a Twilight. We're from all over.
Oh, is it gonna make us cool?
Sure, you'll get a medal.
Pretty sure we were really cool when we did the striptease. Like, no one else in history
Yeah,
would
but
say
Steve
that
just
we got away from Darth
Steve is
Vader
saying
with
this is gonna make us even cooler. He
I don't
just
know,
said.
I'm pretty sure the striptease is up there.
Yeah, but that,
you
it's all cumulative.
As you are arguing, I'm gonna
Wait.
roll to see what finds you. Okay.
Okay.
All right. And we're gonna end our episode on whatever it is that finds you. Okay.
No.
If it is even, it is the Empire. If it is odd, it is the Ewoks. Okay?
Okay.
Y'all ready?
Yep.
All right.
Oh, crap.
So
I
as
was
you
honestly
are
hoping for the Empire.
as you are all arguing with Steve about what you want to do, there is a rustling in the bushes as several small creatures emerge from them and start pointing spears at all of you and start holding
Look
them
at the
up.
tiny Steves.
And as that
shut up,
happens, Chris, you start yelling and they look at you confused. Chris, did you want to make a command roll?
Sure.
Oh,
I'm just
don't
gonna point
dumb
them
me,
like,
Ewoks.
yo, check that out, that's awesome!
No, it's character growth, because then he'll get to accept the fact that he's a droid.
Okay, against their perception. Wow, that's good. And what do you say to them?
I look at them, I see the pointy sticks, I say, look at the tiny Steves, I look at the pointy sticks again, and I'm like, with a big hand gesture, put that nonsense down, you're gonna poke us! Stop it!
And because they have never seen a droid before, and assume you are some kind of metal machine, and because you rolled command to convince them of it, they now have a precedent for worshipping droids. And they proceed to lower their spears and kneel before you. And we will end it there.
Wait, guys, I have an idea. I have an idea. Something that you guys just said kind of rolled around my brain about how stripping for Darth Vader was pretty cool. I know what we gotta do next. We gotta strip for the Emperor.
Oh, it's that like Star Wars dance game or whatever. With the dancing.
We gotta
like,
go to the Death Star, and before we blow it up, we gotta strip in front of the Emperor.
I'm not comfortable with our change of goals here. We're going from assassination to actual strippers.
But it's cool.
I've
have you
updated
seen
my
that
physical
Star Wars
description.
Connect game? It's not great.
I've updated my physical description on my character sheet to include Ewok God.
All right, so that concludes D20 Lives Let's Kill Vader Episode 5. Somehow these jackasses survived Darth Vader. He is incredibly angry and hates them with
a little horny.
with a fury unlike anything else in the universe. And that's saying something. He's met Obi-Wan Kenobi. But it brings a conclusion to this episode. We will be back hopefully next month. We're going to work out the date with everybody, but I got to have a quick conversation with them off stream about that. Before that, on February 12th, just before Valentine's Day, D20 Live will be having a return of our Lancer game, run by Dave, as we play the Lancer RPG by Massive Press. And that will be at 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern. Until that time, we ask that you stay. We thank you for following us and coming back into the new year. We can't wait for entertaining you. We will be having our survey continue until this coming Sunday. So if you like what you see on D20 Live, you want to have, give us your feedback. Join us on the Discord. And fill out the survey. However, it's not about me. It's about my players. And we will start with Kaluna.
Yeah, I don't really have too much to promote at the moment. But yeah, no, I'm Kaluna. You can follow me on Twitter, on YouTube, Instagram, Kaluna Reviews, and I hope everybody has a good rest of their day.
And Dom?
I've been Dominic Neville. You can check me out on YouTube or just Google me. I compare film adaptations of books to said books to see how they tie in. Check it out if you're interested.
Tom?
All I'm saying is the last thing that they would expect is for us to come back and do another striptease.
Vangelis?
Hi, at Vangelis on YouTube, Vangelis Central, lots of other places. I've been doing a lot of streaming lately, just ripping open Transformers. But also, go to my YouTube, check out a video about Aegis. It's a really fun tabletop game where you're a bunch of little super robots that can all combine together in various ways. And they have a Kickstarter going on for their second season. I just put up a gameplay from that while talking to the designer. Their Kickstarter's running for another couple weeks. They've already, I think, cleared and or doubled what they kickstarted for the original version of Aegis. It's a very fun game. Hit it up. They made an anime theme song for it. It's pretty cool.
And until then, as always, stay home, stay safe, stay kind, and we will see you next time for the finale of Star Wars. Let's kill Vader? ? We'll see you next time.
Next time to find out, I guess.
Bye.
Trip for Vader.
I slapped his ass.